What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Wade and I are out at my hunting lease today doing a little bit of turkey prep. We're filling some feeders, checking some cameras. We're about 3 weeks out from opening day, which is super exciting. We did, however, want to take a quick break and do a little 3-part video series on how to call turkeys. Gonna go over some of the vocalizations that turkeys make when they're out in the woods, and also some of the different calls that we use while hunting turkeys. So video 1, we're going to go through the box call. Video 2, we're going to talk about the pot calls and the slate calls. And then last but not least, third video leading up to opening day, we're going to go over your mouth calls or your diaphragm calls. So hopefully, whether you're a beginner, novice, or expert, you've maybe pick up a few things on what we like to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hope you guys enjoy it.
That was the most incredible freaking turkey hunt.
All right, guys, welcome back. Video number 2 on how to call turkeys. We've got our slate calls or our pot calls. This one is actually real slate. They also come in aluminum, glass, ceramic. You use them all the exact same way. They just have a couple different tones, you know, different usage. But I think the slate call with real slate sounds the best. You just want to be careful not to get it wet, because then it will not work. So the calls you make are going to be the exact same on a box call, but it's going to be a little bit of a different technique. And I'm going to kind of show you how I position my hands, how I hold the striker, and kind of what shapes I make on the call to produce the noises that I want. If you're not familiar with what a slate or a pot call is, it's basically a little disc with a abrasive material in there, and you can see I already got some oil from my hands on there, which isn't good. And then you've got a striker, and when you touch it, it makes a noise. So 2-piece, 2-handed call, and now I'm going to show you a little bit on how to hold it and how to make the vocalizations you want. So you hold it kind of like I hold it like a pen or a chopstick, and I grip it higher up on the striker. I don't grip it down here like I'm writing my name. I grip it a little bit higher up, and I angle it towards my body. So I'm over here, and I pull the call towards me. This is just how I do it, and it makes a noise. That would be your yelp. And for a yelp, you can do, a lot of times people will do like a circle. Once you get more proficient, I just draw it right toward me. So one of the really good things about a slate call or a pot call is you can make a lot more finesse type calls. So you're kind of having a conversation with the turkey at this point. You can have a lot more detailed calling than with the box call, which is basically going to be your loud yelps and cuts. So the pot call is really good for your soft yelps, like a feeding hen, or what it's perfect for is the purr. And the purr is kind of a noise that imitates a hen that's perfectly content. It's not alarmed, it's not nervous, there's no threat around, it's with other hens, it's feeding, and it's just happy. And that is just, zoom in here, you're just dragging and kind of skipping the call or the striker across the call. You can throw in a few clucks in there with that, so your purrs, and then your... That's just a contented hen. It's just letting other hens know, hey, I'm over here, I'm having a good time. It's actually a great call to use to bring other hens to you. And to be honest, I've killed more gobblers by calling the hens to me than I have actually calling the gobbler to me. A lot of times if a gobbler's got hens with him, there's nothing you're gonna be able to do to bring that gobbler to you. But if you can bring his hens to you, it's a dead bird. So a lot of times those purrs and those clucks and those soft yelps are really good to bring those hens over to your hens or your decoys, and that gobbler will follow. You can also do cuts just like you can on a box call. They're not as loud, but it's just skipping the striker off the call. And just like that. So I really like this call if I'm guiding somebody or if I'm with a buddy and I don't have to have my gun up, because as you can see, it takes 2 hands to use it. So if you're bringing a bird in from 50 yards to 25 yards and then you've got to get your gun up, sometimes you can kind of find yourself in a little bit of a bind there. But if I'm sitting with a buddy and he's got his gun up and I'm just calling for him, or I move behind him a little bit, I love my slate call because I can just sit there and talk turkey for as long as they need me to. So hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. I'll answer any questions you may have, and like and subscribe, and watch out for video number 3.